talk about resources real quick. Evening, y'all. Chief Pepper here. I got some more work done on the door. I got the trim done on the outside. Got the AC that was back here moved over there. Later this summer, assuming the world hasn't fallen, the bottom hasn't fallen out, I'll move an AC, buy another one to put over here. So today, for a long time, I was keeping 2 bags of dog food on hand. I stopped that. Today I went back to 2. I'm getting ready to dump one. And probably in 2 weeks I will go buy another one, maybe 3. It would depend upon what I'm seeing. I just saw a title for, can't think of the Prepared Homestead Travis. I want to listen to that. Basically, he's saying the shortage is inbound. I touched on it briefly. I didn't really talk about it. So if you got animals, make sure, like dogs and cats, you get extra food. I got chickens. I lost one when I went in there this morning. She was dead. She was acting weird yesterday, so I picked her up, and she squawked and she pecked me, but she didn't do much. But she wasn't acting right. So I'll probably go get chicken feed tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then sometime soon. So latest Saturday, I'll get 6 bags. That's about 2 months worth. And then if things go the way they may, instead of feeding them twice a day, I'll feed them once in the morning, and then in the evening I'll let them get out and scratch and eat bugs from the yard. But you know, I touched on the 30% less fuel. Which 30% of people are not going to drive? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be my wife? Is it going to be your wife? You know, and really, carpooling doesn't work unless you're going the same direction. Buses, you know, is the state gonna not have fuel for their buses for the city? You know, where's the priority gonna be? That's what you need to think about. And if there's not enough gas for everybody, or fuel, petroleum, whatever, how long before you start seeing shortages at the gas station? Or where we may go back to rationing like they did in the 70s. I remember that shit. I was alive. So, you know, and then if you're someone who's got a big fucking honking truck like I do, which I've been driving a lot more of, I'm probably not going to drive it as much. I'll go back to driving the 4Runner more. And then my wife drives her Jeep. Both of those, the Jeep and the 4Runner, get about 18, 19 miles a gallon. The 4Runner would do 20 on occasion, but mostly it's around 19. So think about that. Think about what you're going to do. Prepping is about looking at what's coming, mitigating the risk, or making the risk so that it won't affect you. It's about maintaining your standard of living. You know, this doesn't even go into the power plants, like the one that's across the lake here is fired by coal, and depending on how much the coal they're burning, we get a big long ass train that shows up. They dump the coal, and then, you know, do what they're going to do. It was actually going to be decommissioned, and I can't remember if they decommissioned the one at Brawning Lake, which is about 3 or 4 miles from me. Basically, they're both power plant lakes, but the you know, power's already an issue right now in Texas without there being a shortage of petroleum. So I don't think it's any different anywhere else, because the data centers are going in everywhere, and they gobble up fucking power. Still sound like hell. I'm hoping it's just allergies, because I haven't taken very much medicine today. I think I took 1 or 2 fucking Zicams, and I didn't take any allergy medicine. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, think about it. How are you going to? I mean, what are you going to eat if you can't get to the grocery store, or when you get there, there's not much there, or they ration shit? Because I'm telling you, rationing is coming if it gets bad enough. You know, and people in America ain't gonna like that shit. Most of them have never lived under it. People in the military have. When you go overseas, you can only buy so much of anything, so you can't go in there and buy like today. I went to the commissary and there were 6 Reese's Buttercup packages, the kind that I eat. I took all 6. You know, we had rationing of shit during COVID. You couldn't buy all the sanitizer that was there. You had to buy 1 or 2, and then go out, and then come back in, and you can buy another one. But it's like, you know, they make shit difficult. You know, it's not a capitalist system if they're doing that, because, you know, if they're capitalist, then whoever's got the money can buy it. So I've said for a long time, we've got a lot of socialist shit in this country. So, I think, you know, what I said before, keep your ear to the ground and listen to everything. And you have to learn the art of sifting through the bullshit, and learning to figure out to think about what they're not talking about. Because if they're talking about it, then they want you to know about it. If they're not talking about it, then they're doing the fucking run around sweep on your ass, and then by the time that you figure out they're behind you, you know, going to get your ass, then, you know, they're outflanking you and you're done. So, and I used to, a long time ago, I used to listen to Rudy from Alaska Prepper all the time, and, you know, and there's a few other channels that basically, the purpose of government is not to take care of you. It's to preserve their power. So you need to understand that. And if you look at all the fucking natural disasters, really in the last 5 years, then you'll fucking see that government shows up and they don't fucking do shit. I can tell you for a fact, when Harvey hit in 2018, the city down south on the coast called Freeport, they were without electricity for a year. So you need to understand, they're not your friend. All right, information is knowledge and power. Little prep a lot. Make sure you share the love. Make sure you process information. Make sure you cover down. Keep your preps topped off. You know, could be the difference between having air conditioning and a refrigerator and a freezer or not. G Prepper out.